Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel SF with AK. Today we are diving into Salesforce and tackling a common challenge, how to import content version. Whether you are a beginner or a pro, I have got you covered with clear steps to streamline this process. Before we get started, if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. If you have any topics that you would like me to cover, please write that in comments. So let's get started with the content version and what's the use case for this. So content version is the Salesforce way to manage files and images and documents that we upload into the system. To upload directly files, we can just go to the record and upload the files there. But when we are doing a migration, let me show you how to upload directly. So we have notes and attachment section. We can directly upload the files here, just clicking upload. But if we have are doing migration from one org to another org, we will need to export the files first. In my last video, we discussed about how to export the files and which is the best tool to export the files from one org so that we can migrate to another org. So for that, you will start with data loader. So let's get on with it and open data loader. To import the files, the first thing that you want to do with data loader is set the batch size for it. So let's set the batch size first. Go to settings and we'll need to use SOAP API. It cannot be done with bulk API or bulk API 2.0. It needs to be SOAP API and set the batch size as 1. That is the only way that you can import files into Salesforce. Click on OK and now we click on insert and it will ask to us to log in. Let's log into the org. Connect and it's done. So I have connected my data loader with my account. Now let's see. Yeah. Now let's go to the folder where we exported the files. As you can see, I have all the files that I exported from my other org. And in this, you will find a folder called content version, which holds the actual version data or file data that we want to import to the another org. And in a separate file, we will have the details of the content version. So we'll need both the files and the content version data. Let's simplify the file first. Let's remove the unnecessary fields that we don't want to keep or import. Let's start with ID. We don't want the ID or the content document ID. There's nothing in content URL. Don't need this. We don't need this. We need the title. We need the description, if any, reason for change, sharing option, and we'll need path on client, rating count. We can delete all other fields. On ID, file type, we will need that file type. We will need the publish status. We don't need the content size. We need the first publication ID so that we know with which particular file or account or object record we want to associate it with. Right now it's user ID. So as the user ID will change, we need to map the old new user IDs from here. Let's remove it for now. And origin, we can keep that. Content location, we can remove other fields. Okay, now let's add version data field, version data, and here we will have to give the path name. So let's go to the content version and copy the path. Okay, here, and let's paste it. Now this is the path that I have in my system. It may be different in Windows and different in Mac. So with this, we will need the content version ID that we want to associate it. Let's give the content version ID, copy the ID from here, and just do this, copy this, and let's change the IDs for them. This is the second one. We get the third one. This is the third one. This is how we start by creating the CSV file. Let's save it. Now let's go to data loader, search for content version. You will not directly see that, so we'll check the checkbox, so all Salesforce objects, and now we will be able to see content version. Click on browse. It might take time as the files are very on different sizes, and based on that it will take time. Yeah, it has 3 rows. It's okay. And now map the fields. So we need to map some fields like origin is there, is major version, and version data. That's it. Okay, let's click on OK. Next, where do you want to save the result? And let's do next. And we have errors. So if you have this kind of error, it might be because you need to use older version, as Salesforce has some issues with the newer versions. I have Google Order version 58 with me. I will be using that. Let's get on with that. I will repeat the same things. We'll repeat the same steps. Go to settings and confirm that the batch size is 1 and click on OK. Now let's click on insert and login. Connect. Now go back to the data loader, and yeah, we have that, and content version. Click on show Salesforce objects, choose this, and now we'll select the file. Click on next. Okay, now let's map fields. Okay, and next, let's change the directory. Where do we want to store the results? Click OK. Click on finish. Let's wait for it to insert the files. So as you can see, 3 files have been successfully inserted. Let's open the file and see the files in Salesforce. Go to success file. So we have the IDs from here. Let's go to Salesforce and we'll query the ID so that we can see the content document. Select ID, content document ID, from content version where ID equals to, and execute. Okay, correct name. Yeah, we have the content document ID. Let's open it. As you can see, the file has been imported and it is in Salesforce. Now to create the content document links, we can use these IDs that we have from content document, and we can associate it with any particular record that the file was initially associated. For that, you can always keep the old content document ID so that you can find the exact file and the link between file and object. And that's it. You have successfully imported content version into Salesforce. Just remember, preparation is the key. So get the CSV file prepared first, and that's the most important part. Once you have that ready, it should be easy. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your Salesforce code, and hit the subscribe button for more tech tips. See you next time. Thank you.